WhiskyJason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. This is fairly new, therefore it's rare and exotic at the moment. Maybe the Americans will be flooded with this, I don't know. It's called Brothership. It's a Irish-American blended whiskey. 10 years old, yay. This little symbol over here means cognac. And it's a new distillery in Ireland, on the west coast of Ireland, fairly close to the Northern Ireland border, relatively close. And 5 guys actually back then decided to start the distillery. 4 originally. It was an engineer from David Stapleton, one of his relatives, which was a legal advisor and legal counsel, J.P. Stapleton, and a guy who came from with 30 years of experience in the spirits industry, Tom Jensen. And so they had rediscovered their Irish roots, and they wanted to produce Irish whiskey with an Irish company because the Middleton group that produces most of the whiskey is then French, and the Bushmills group was actually traded off to a Mexican company. So if you're drinking Bushmills, you're drinking something that is owned by a Mexican parent company. Now, I'm a little confused about the master distiller. The one part they say it's John Parts, which is a Scot, and on the other hand, they say it's then Robert Castle, which is a guy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where this actually was made. So what happened is they took 10-year-old Irish whiskey, imported it into the States, mixed it together with 10-year-old American whiskey. Now, if you're not familiar with the term American whiskey, it means absolutely, basically nothing. American whiskey can actually be 80% neutral spirits, vodka, and 20% something we call bourbon. And I'm a little disappointed about their choice of words. If they would have said 10-year-old bourbon, straight bourbon, or whatever, a 10-year-old here Irish whiskey, that would have been fabulous. Now, also I found 3 different websites. I found 5 different websites, actually. 3 different combinations of percentages. One person said there's 55% Irish whiskey in here. One said there's 52% pot still Irish whiskey in here. And the other website said there's 48% Irish whiskey in here. And respectively, the other sites all said then either 52%, 45% or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what the exact ratio is, but I do know that they wanted to have the soft, warm Irish and the strong, robust American spirit to come through. American whiskey, not the best choice, guys. And it's actually, it says on the bottle here, bottled by Middleton Spirits Group LLC, which is a product of the USA. All right, very, very good. So, I actually like the nose. The nose is a nice, I get taffy, I get salt taffy, I get vanilla, I get a light little cherry moment, I get a little bit of the menthol that I get from my Lot 40 Canadian whiskey. I get a nice, nice nose. This is actually very, very, almost enjoyable. It's not something I'm going to go, oh, I'm going to smell it again and smell it again and smell it again. But it's a very, very, I like it. It's something I enjoy. It's an enjoyable moment. Good. Now, I've already done my German video, so I know what I'm going to expect. Watch out. Do you see this hand? It nosedives at the end. Oh, wow. Okay. It enters the mouth. Fruity. Vanilla. A little bit of spice. And, oh, wow. Not bad. And then a little bit of the alcohol kicks in. It's like, oh, it's very, very young. 10-year-old, but it tastes, it's a lot of pepper, and it's 45%. I did not find a single site that said non-chilled filter. I didn't find a single site that said no color added. So apparently it's chill filtered, and apparently there's color added. Actually, in Germany, it always has to say here something about E150, and it doesn't say anything. I actually don't even have the. It's not even bottled for Germany. We have to have the so-called gelbe Punkt, which is our recycling symbol, and it's not on here. So it's not even a bottle that was manufactured for continental Europe. It was only manufactured for for Ireland as well as for the States. There's a 750 milliliter version for the States, 700 milliliter version for Europe. As I said, it comes in, and then you get a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of hot, and then it goes back, and you get a little bit of a nice moment of fruitiness, light cherries, light mangoes, actually, a little bit in that direction, but then that evil, that contemptuous, that devilish old oak of reused bourbon barrels that have been used 3 or more times kicks in and just destroys the palate. And even up until this moment, the aftertaste is just old wood. Yuck. Imagine you had a popsicle, you chew on the popsicle stick, and that's the moment you're getting here. Old wood. And not good old wood, yucky old wood. And that's such a shame. I really do not have the feeling that whatever the American whiskey they took, if it was a Kentucky straight bourbon, if it was an American spirit, if that was a blend and then they blended it again with an Irish whiskey, it doesn't really, in my opinion, do that much to alter the taste. I have the nose as of an Irish whiskey, Liberty Distillery, 10 years old. That typical pear note, that typical little bit of peach, that little bit of wood in there, and then towards the end, it really just defines itself as a whiskey which is not superior but rather inferior. And that's just a shame. This is 50 some euros over here. I think it's going to go on sale in America, 40 some dollars. You're going to be much cheaper to get this than over here. But it's just not what I expect. I wanted to have a great whiskey from the Connacht distillery in Ireland. I've had the Spade and Blade, which was a little tiny 10-year-old single. Probably they use the same spirit for that. Who knows? A 10-year-old cask strength, which I didn't like. The same taste at the end. I have the Ballyhoo over there, which is actually a grain, which they finished in a port bottle, which is actually very, very good. I'd love to make a cocktail with some type of grapefruit juice with that. Cranberry juice is what I wanted to use with that. Very, very nice. But this, the Brothership, I must admit, is really not my cup of tea. I'm going to give it a C minus. Actually, like a C minus minus. D plus plus. It's around that region. And for the value for money over here, at least 50 some euros, which would be 60 some dollars. It's not worth it. It's a D. Do not. I can go buy a yellow spot from Irish whiskey. It's much, much better. Buy green spot. It's much, much better. Go buy red breast. It's much, much better. There's so many things out there that's much, much better than this that you can get for your money. I would not recommend this. I'm so sorry. My personal opinion. WhiskyJason here. I almost forgot the question of the day. My question of the day is, what type of hybrid whiskeys have you ever tasted? I know there's a fusion from Amrut. That is a mix of Scottish and Indian whiskey. We have the Brothership, which is a mix of American and also Irish whiskey. There's a brand, I forgot the name. It's actually Canadian as well as Scottish as well as something else. They've done that. What brands do you know of that actually are a mix, a hybrid of different whiskeys from different countries? Please write it down in the comments. That would help a whole lot. All right, thank you. WhiskyJason, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskey. Very new on the market, very rare, at least over here in Germany. One importer has it for all of our country, and I don't know how you're doing in the States at the moment. I haven't found that much. So, thank you very much. Please like, please subscribe, please tell others. Share the video if you like, even though it's not one of the positive videos where I go, hey, best stuff ever. And also my videos come out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.